Fox News. All right, here we go. Fox News alert. Iran launching a new wave of ballistic missiles into southern Israel overnight, hurting at least 5.
It comes as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says at least half of Iran's missile launchers have been destroyed, as more than 60 Israeli Air Force fighter jets attacked dozens of military targets in Iran.
Mike Tobin is live on the ground in Tel Aviv with the very latest. Hey, Mike.
Good morning, Ainsley. Good morning, gang. Another missile came into southern Israel. It hit the town of Beersheba this morning. It struck near an apartment and industrial complex, causing damage and fire on the ground. There are reports that this single missile was able to get through the defenses because one of the interceptors malfunctioned. No reports of injury. Beersheba is the same town where yesterday a missile hit near the Soroka Hospital, or made a direct hit on the Soroka Hospital, resulting in dozens of injuries, some of those serious. The Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency tells me in an exclusive interview Iran had not yet arrived at the capability to build a bomb. Airstrikes won't undo what Iran has learned about nuclear enrichment, and diplomacy is the path to preventing a bomb.
We have confirmed that Iran does have, even now, enough material for several warheads, but this should not be equated with a nuclear weapon. We do not have, at this point, if you ask me, at this point, any tangible proof that there is a program or a plan to fabricate, to manufacture a nuclear weapon.
Israel reports every day their aircraft are taking out missile systems in Iran. Today we have images of that. The IDF says strikes were carried out in the areas of Isfahan and Tehran. The equipment you see, according to the IDF, is both radar and missile systems intended to strike Israeli aircraft. Israel says today their aircraft hit overnight some 35 different missile and infrastructure targets. Guys, back to you in New York.
Right. Mike, would you say the number of rockets is decreased by reports and from eyewitnesses each night?
Well, the number of missiles that come into Israel have increased, or decreased, I should say, dramatically, and it varies. There are times when we see the missile attacks involving just 1 or 2 missiles. Yesterday, we saw as many as 24 coming in. Today, the numbers are back in the single digits.
Okay, thank you, Mike. It looked like maybe, possibly, Donald Trump could send the bunker busters over maybe this weekend, but then yesterday he has decided that he wants to wait at least 2 weeks. He'll make a decision within the next 2 weeks. Senator Tom Cotton, talking about Fordo, which is that nuclear site underground, he said it has to be closed one way or another. It can be closed the easy way or the hard way. That would mean either they decide to shut it down or we have to.
Yeah, and the president said that either you blow it, you take it apart, or we blow it up. So one way or another, we're going to do that. The Europeans decide we're going to go meet with the Iranians, and their foreign ministers meeting with Germany and France and the UK. What is that? It's complicated enough. Now we need you cutting a side deal with the Iran, and it's no offense, they have no role in this. Well, why do a disruptive role?
Yeah, well, the British foreign minister says that there is, quote, a window possibly for diplomacy. Perhaps President Trump wants to see exactly what that looks like.
But, you know, Griff, we have the window. We've had it open. They've not even been near the window. So why do they get involved now?
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.